Hello everyone, my name is Shayna and I'm just making a quick video, should be doing my finals, um, but I wanted to make a statement, I guess, or put an opinion out there. With the recent events, the shooting, I mean, it goes without saying that that is an insane tragedy, and I mean, there are no words for that, and I think that's something that everybody can agree on, and everybody is feeling the same way with that, and I recognize that this search for a solution is all derived from the same intentions of everybody. Everyone wants a way to fix these kinds of things and stop them from happening, and I do realize that. However, I felt the need as a young woman to kind of state my opinion on this whole gun control issue because I think it's ridiculous. And I know that people have opinions about people who think pro guns, and just like there's opinions on people who think they should be banned. We all just kind of sit back and judge each other, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm not going to get too into it because this is a conversation that can go on and on and on and on because there's so many points that could be made. So it's the same argument that's been going on forever. I mean, any of my ideas are not new ideas. It's the same stuff. I just felt the need as a person of my age and gender, I guess, to put it out there because I think a lot of times, I don't know, I don't hear girls talk about their opinions on this kind of thing as much, and a lot of times we are the defenseless ones, I guess, if you want to say, and I feel that women make themselves victims by choosing. Not choosing. It's not like you're trying to be a victim, but by not choosing to equip yourself. And I don't just mean with guns. I mean, mentally and preparedness wise and all that kind of stuff. So as far as gun control, I mean, I won't get into the American side of it and what it means to be an American and the Constitution and all of that. That's a whole nother conversation in itself. But just in terms of logic, and I know a lot of people have the reaction of, how could you possibly think that solving shootings and guns would be solved by putting more guns on the street? That's just ludicrous. And it's actually the complete opposite of ludicrous. That's the answer. I mean, it's not the answer, but it is. It's definitely in the right track because it's really not that complicated to understand, in my opinion. People who want to cause harm, to steal or to kill or anything like that, what makes you think that banning guns is going to make it so difficult for them to get a gun that it'll just ruin their plans? I mean, if somebody has the intent to do what they're going to do, they're going to find a way to do it. And banning guns, all that's going to do, the only people who are going to listen to that and abide by that are innocent civilians. And so that's the dream for a criminal is, oh wow, I'm amongst a society of people who are completely defenseless and I know they're not carrying weapons, so guess who's in charge? And if you really think that by banning guns it's somehow going to stop them from ending up in the hands of criminals, then I mean, that's wishful thinking. I mean, it sounds nice and it would be great, but that's just not how it works. And as a girl, I'm often, my life is in my hands completely. I'm not always, with people or with guys or, in a situation where I can depend on someone to take care of me. And I think that's a really important point in itself, that we have the God-given right to defend ourselves and our families, and for me, it would be myself in the situation. I don't have a family yet and all of that, but it's my right, and I ask myself, what I would do in a situation like a shooting, and it's a terrifying thing to think about because it's really circumstantial. I mean, you can always try to have a plan for things and a general, mind state of what you would do and how you would handle it, but I mean, if you're in a classroom and there's nowhere you can go, it's really difficult to plan something like that out. But when thinking about it, truly the only thing that would make me feel a million times safer and more confident would be if I could protect myself with a weapon. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, if you really think that because guns are all of a sudden illegal and people can carry them, that all of a sudden more murders are going to pop up and it's going to inspire people to to do harm with them, it's just ridiculous. The people who are going to do harm with them either already have them or will find a way to them. So, I mean, arming citizens. And again, I'm not advocating don't go out and get a gun if you're uncomfortable with the idea, but it's an individual's right to choose whether they want to or not, I think. And, it's not something that you should do if you're not going to take it seriously, or if it's definitely something that you need to, train yourself in, get comfortable with, and, so that you feel confident. But how much better would you feel knowing that you could protect yourself or your kids or your family and not feel completely helpless and defenseless against somebody trying to harm you? And, you don't always have time to wait around for the cops to come. A lot of times it's just you, and if you can't defend yourself, I never want to feel that chaotic feeling, if I can help it. And, I don't know. I feel like I'm going off on a rant here, but again, like I said, this is a topic that can go on and on and on and on. I just think that I understand where people's intentions are coming from and why, they think that might help or something, but it truly, truly is evident why it would not. If you think of, there's two houses. In one house, there's a guy who owns a gun, and then in the other house, there's a guy who doesn't own a gun, and a criminal knows this. Which house do you think he's going to go in? It's just common sense. Thinking of, these past recent events, in the theater, in the mall, it's like, how different could things have been if one person had been carrying a gun? When, a good civilian was carrying a gun, it could have changed everything, So, I think there are some things to think about, and, it's just, I don't know. I don't mean to insult anyone, but to me, in my opinion, it's common sense, and it does not, I don't see any possible benefit from banning guns, and honestly, I don't think it would be that easy. I don't think the people owning guns would really willingly give them up, because again, most people who own guns believe that it is their right to do so, and I absolutely believe it's a person's right to defend themselves. So, look at places that do have, you're allowed to carry guns. There's actually a lot less crime because a person doesn't know who has a gun or not. So they're a lot less inclined to just go up and try to rob somebody if they're not sure if they have a gun or not too. But when they know guns are not allowed and civilians don't have them, it's a free reign for them. So anyways, that is my opinion. And I could talk about this for hours, so I'll just stop myself there. But I'm curious to see what other girls think out there, and I'm open to the conversation, and I just thought I'd put it out there. So anyways, my heart goes out to all of the victims of the shooting, and again, I'm sorry if this offends anybody, but it's just my opinion, and I thought that I should voice it. So anyways, good night, everyone.